Climate resilience is a term that has gained significant traction in recent years, especially as we face the undeniable impacts of climate change. But what does it really mean? At its core, climate resilience refers to the ability of a community, ecosystem, or individual to anticipate, prepare for, respond to, and recover from the adverse effects of climate-related events. This includes everything from natural disasters, such as hurricanes and floods, to longer-term changes, like rising sea levels and shifting weather patterns. In this script, we'll explore the concept of climate resilience, why it matters, and how we can foster it in our communities. First, let's break down the components of climate resilience. To be resilient, a system must be able to withstand shocks and stresses while maintaining its core functions. This involves a combination of preparedness, adaptability, and recovery. Preparedness means having the plans and resources in place to deal with potential climate impacts. This could involve anything from having emergency kits ready for natural disasters to developing policies that promote sustainable land use. Adaptability refers to the ability to change and evolve in response to new information or circumstances. For instance, communities might shift their agricultural practices in response to changing rainfall patterns. Lastly, recovery is about bouncing back after a climate-related event, which can involve rebuilding infrastructure, restoring ecosystems, and supporting affected populations. Now, why is climate resilience so crucial? The impacts of climate change are already being felt across the globe. From devastating wildfires in the West to hurricanes in the Gulf, the frequency and intensity of extreme weather events are increasing. According to the Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change, we can expect even more severe impacts if we don't take action to mitigate climate change. Building climate resilience is essential not only for protecting lives and property, but also for ensuring that communities can thrive in a changing world. Resilient communities are better equipped to handle disruptions, maintain economic stability, and support their most vulnerable members. So, how can we foster climate resilience? It starts with understanding our vulnerabilities. Each community has unique strengths and weaknesses when it comes to climate impacts. Conducting vulnerability assessments can help identify the specific risks a community faces, whether it's flooding, heat waves, or drought. Once these risks are understood, planning and investment can be directed towards the most pressing needs. For example, coastal communities might invest in natural barriers, like wetlands or mangroves, to protect against storm surges, while urban areas may focus on improving green spaces to combat heat. Education and awareness are also critical components of building climate resilience. Communities need to be informed about the risks they face and the actions they can take to mitigate those risks. This could involve community workshops, school programs, or public awareness campaigns. When individuals understand the importance of resilience, they are more likely to engage in proactive measures, whether that's participating in local planning efforts or taking steps to reduce their carbon footprint. Collaboration is another key factor in fostering climate resilience. Climate change is a complex issue that requires a collective response. Local governments, non-profit organizations, businesses, and residents all have a role to play in building resilience. Collaborative efforts can lead to innovative solutions and shared resources. For example, community gardens can provide food security while also serving as green spaces that help mitigate urban heat. Partnerships between local governments and non-profits can also facilitate funding for resilience projects, ensuring that resources are allocated where they are most needed. Investing in infrastructure is also vital for climate resilience. This doesn't just mean building more roads or bridges. It involves creating infrastructure that can withstand climate impacts. For instance, cities can invest in permeable pavement to reduce flooding or upgrade stormwater systems to handle heavier rainfall. Renewable energy sources like solar and wind can also contribute to resilience by reducing dependence on fossil fuels and providing local energy solutions during outages. Ecosystem restoration plays a significant role in climate resilience as well. Healthy ecosystems act as buffers against climate impacts. Wetlands, forests, and coastal ecosystems can absorb excess water, reduce flooding, and mitigate heat. Restoring these natural systems not only enhances resilience, but also provides additional benefits, such as improved air and water quality, biodiversity, and recreational opportunities. Finally, we must recognize the importance of social equity in building climate resilience. Vulnerable populations often bear the brunt of climate impacts, and their voices must be included in resilience planning. Ensuring that all community members have access to resources, information, and decision-making processes is crucial for creating a truly resilient community. This can involve targeted outreach efforts, equitable distribution of resources, and policies that prioritize the needs of marginalized groups. As we look to the future, the need for climate resilience will only grow. Climate change is not a distant threat. It is here and now, affecting our lives in profound ways. By understanding the components of resilience, recognizing the importance of collaboration, investing in infrastructure, restoring ecosystems, and prioritizing social equity, we can build communities that are not only capable of withstanding climate impacts, but are also thriving in the face of change. In conclusion, climate resilience is about more than just surviving climate change. It's about thriving despite it. It's about creating communities that are prepared, adaptable, and equitable. As individuals, we all have a role to play in this effort, whether it's through advocacy, education, or simply making more sustainable choices in our daily lives. Together, we can foster a culture of resilience that empowers us to face the challenges of climate change head-on, ensuring a better future for ourselves and generations to come. Let's embrace the challenge and work together to build a resilient world.